you know, and the thing is that that's going to take work, right? It doesn't just happen. You guys have heard me say this, right? The average couple communicates deep, authentic communication 27 minutes per week. 27 minutes per week is the deep stuff.
4 minutes per day.
4 minutes per day. And I dare to say that most of that authentic, deep relationship is probably coming from not a good place. You know what I'm saying? It's probably in the midst of the heated battle when you be like, oh yeah, well I bought that Coach bag. And you know what I'm saying? Like, that's, you know, trying to release. Right? This statistic is pretty interesting. People exchange the most words on the third date, and the year before divorce. That's when they exchange the most words. You cannot grow an authentic relationship on 27 minutes a week, on 4 minutes a day, and when you're about to break up. You understand what I'm saying? You can't. And that's why here we do intimate time. Because we want to take it to a place where you're speaking more often, where you're getting to those places more often, because it's so vital and important for your marriage to move into authenticity. Okay? So middle of page 1, let's define communication. And like I said, today we're going to look at why we communicate the way we do. We're going to look at our differences, some of the things that keep us from communicating authentically. You want to say something?
You know what I was going to say? Let's try to keep this in the back of our head. Think about the times when you met, when you first met and you courted each other. What was your style of communicating? How did you get to her heart, for her to become attracted to you and be drawn to you? And same to the ladies, you know, what was it about what you did, you know, towards your husband that attracted him to you? It's like, what were the things that were being exchanged? What was the communication? And I want you to think about that, because I think that when we get married, we forget about those days when we courted. You know, I remember a time my husband and I would be on the phone for hours, and I would talk about nonsense, and he would entertain the nonsense. He loved the nonsense, right? When we were up in the morning, he would still talk.
Come on. Anybody?
And then, and then it stopped. You know, and then the same thing with me, you know, he loved to watch sports, and I was sitting right there watching sports with him. I hate sports. You know, I don't understand anything about sports. But I would sit there and entertain it and enjoy it with him, because why? I wanted to be with him. I wanted to connect with him. And so when we're dating, it's so easy to look for things that connect us and that we can communicate. But when we get married, somehow we lose that through time. So keep that in the back of your head as we do this lesson.
She's trying to learn sports again, though. She really is. It's not working.
While you're right there,
For you.
ask one question. By what the analogy you just gave, most of the time at the beginning, the imposter is shown up. You know, like you said, you didn't like sports, but you just did it to be next to him. So isn't that sort of like a little phony? Because after you have children, you get married, and reality kicks in, the real you come out. So wouldn't that be a little?
I don't think it's phony. I think it's a time where we care to know each other.
Okay.
You know, we're interested. The relationship is intentional. And when we get married, we lose that. We lose the interest. We get busy. For some of us, you know, we're busy at work, or busy parenting, or busy doing whatever it is that we're doing, and we just lose interest. We don't want to work as hard at it anymore. You know, we somehow believe that it should work out anyway, and we don't make the investment. So I don't think it's phony. I think that we stop caring to that degree where we're intentional with each other.
Right. We look at the marriage as what's that saying? The means to the end, or the end to the means? Ends to the means, is that it? So we do everything we can to get the wedding ring, right? To get the prize, so to speak. But then what ends up happening is once we got the prize, we lay back, right? So I don't think that's like you said. We're intentional about getting the prize, but we think that once we're married, that's it. We're happily ever after. That's not it. That's when the real job begins. That's when you really have to work at getting to know each other. Okay,